Hello, human beings. Welcome back to your meditation practice. My name is Bee, and I will be leading you through our practice today. I'm so excited to announce that my online membership is officially launching a summer yoga challenge, which begins on July 4th. So as of right now, you have the option to sign up for just the Summer Yoga Challenge, which is a 2-month membership, or you can sign up for the All Access membership, which grants you access to all of the series, all of the live classes, all of my on-demand content for the rest of the year. So the All Access is a 6-month membership. The Summer Yoga Challenge is a 2-month membership. Whatever you decide, let it be the best decision for you. But my hope is that this next challenge empowers you to be the best version of you. Which leads me to what we're discussing before we jump into our meditation practice today. I would love to open our practice with a quote from Thich Nhat Hanh. And this quote says, "Understanding is the essence of love. If you cannot understand, you cannot love." When I think of our yoga and meditation practice, I think of it as a unique method or vehicle by which we get to know ourselves a little better while working toward the version of ourselves that we'd like to be. When I first heard this quote, I was under the impression that understanding something means you have it all sorted out, all figured out. And I thought to myself, how can we actually wait to have ourselves completely figured out before we can really love ourselves? It just doesn't make a lot of sense. So I looked up the definition of understanding, and what it actually means is to perceive the meaning of. So what that means to me, and maybe you interpret it a little bit differently, is we don't have to have it all figured out in order to love ourselves. We have to just be open to perceiving the intention or the meaning behind who we are and what we do. And with that, also giving ourselves permission to show up as we are on any given day and be open to that. Forgive ourselves, to show compassion when we don't show up as our best self. So my hope today with practice is that we use the next 10 or so minutes as a method, as a vehicle to get to know ourselves so that we may better understand ourselves. So if you'll join me in a comfortable seat, I'm sitting on a cushion with legs loosely crossed, but if you'd like to sit with legs tucked behind you, that's beautiful as well. If you find yourself on a chair or in the car doing this meditation, just planting 2 feet on the ground. And of course, if you're driving, keeping the eyes open. If you're completely still and grounded where you are, you have the option to either close the eyes or cast your gaze down at the floor just a few feet in front of you. And if the eyes stay open, blinking happens automatically. And it's almost as if you're looking through the floor in front of you instead of at it. And as you really situate yourself here, can you already start to listen to your body? So give yourself permission to give your body what it wants. If that means moving around a little bit to settle in, if that means shaking your arms or rocking your head side to side. Maybe it means changing your position entirely if this current one doesn't feel comfortable. But can you already communicate to your body that you're listening? You want to set yourself up with care. And then once you do finally land, can you choose to be here for the next few minutes? Even if your mind does wander off, that's okay. use the breath as a way to anchor our attention. So starting here, just noticing the subtle or not so subtle sensation of breath moving in and out of the body. You might notice right away where the breath is the most prominent. So if you tend to have a more shallow breath today, you might feel that through the nose or the back of the throat. If the breath is a bit deeper or more relaxed, you might feel it in the chest or all the way in the low belly. Just getting curious about it. If you were to get to know someone or something for the first time without any expectation, could you be open to getting to know, to trying to understand? And as we sit here for the next few moments, focusing our attention on the breath, if at any point a thought captures your attention, a sensation in the body, or even a sound outside of you causes you to drift away from the breath, use that as an opportunity to call out what distracts you. Where does your mind typically go when you sit still? Is that okay? And can you meet every distraction that comes along with compassion? Knowing that you're just a human being, your mind is always seeking out new information, but your mind also likes to focus. So can we feed into that? Every time you get distracted, call it out, but then let it go. Intentionally return back to the breath and start the process over again. At this point, you notice your mind is no longer attached to the breath. No big deal. Use this moment as a moment of understanding. That's how the mind works. It gets distracted. It does not stop thinking. And can we meet that sense of understanding with compassion, maybe even with love? And with that love, can we anchor our attention back into the present moment by way of the breath? Can you give yourself a little bit of space to thank your current self for showing up? Knowing that everything you do in this moment right here counts toward your future self, toward the highest version of you. Maybe you could even imagine that highest version of you thanking your current self. It isn't so often that we get these moments of stillness to get to know ourselves. So just really appreciating this time for you. And then when you're officially ready to transition out of practice, you can open your eyes or raise your gaze and come back into the room. Amazing job, everybody. Thank you so much for showing up today. If you would like to deepen your meditation and yoga practice in order to get to know yourself, further understand and love yourself, consider joining the Summer Yoga Challenge, which officially begins on July 4th. You have the option here to sign up for the 2-month membership, which just includes the Summer Yoga Challenge, or you can sign up for the 6-month membership, which includes the Summer Yoga Challenge and an additional 4 months of live classes. So I hope that you'll join us. It's an amazing community. And I will see you next week right here on YouTube.